Good morning. How is everybody on this sunny Monday morning? I'm doing pretty good. We had my grandson's birthday gathering yesterday, a small gathering with social distancing, of course, but it was really fun. We had beautiful weather and just nice family and friend gathering. And Cash turned 4 and he had a ball and just growing up way too fast for me. So today we're going to be doing a yoga strengthening class. This is a mat-based class, but you could still pull up a chair or just go through the class and do whatever works for you because a little bit of movement is better than no movement at all, as I always say. So good morning, Vicki and Kathy and Mary. Thanks for being live with me at 9 a.m. But know that you can watch these classes over again at any time that fits your schedule, which is kind of nice in this time that we're going through. So without further ado, I'm going to travel back to my mat and get things rocking and rolling. So I'm a little sore because I did a bunch of painting over the weekend. So for our warm-up, we are going to start lying down on our backs. And we're going to stretch our legs all the way out. All right. So let's take our arms overhead with a big in-breath. And then we'll bring the arms back, and as we exhale, we'll pull that right knee in toward the chest. And then we'll inhale, we'll stretch everything out long again, arms over. And then exhale, this time bring your left knee in for a nice hug. Keep this going. Inhalation with the extension and exhalation with that hug in. Inhale and exhale. One more on each side. And then we're going to make it a little more challenging. Something new that I learned just kind of trying to stretch my own body out. So we will end with arms overhead. So we're being stretched like on one of those old-fashioned stretching racks. We're nice and long. Now, from here you can start to bend your knees. And then bring your legs all the way up to the sky. Now, on your out breath, bend your right knee. Bring it into your chest. Let the other leg go down. And then inhale, arms over, legs back up. Exhale, let the left knee come in. And inhale, legs up, arms over. Exhale, right knee comes in, give it a hug. Inhale, legs up, arms over. Exhale, left knee's coming in. Inhale, legs up, arms over. One more to each. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale, left knee. And inhale. Exhale, both knees, Apanasana, and rock yourself out. Wasn't that fun? All right, let's go ahead and roll to our side and start to make our way up. And I think we'll have a seat in Sukhasana, seated pose. And we'll get a little bit of lateral stretching going. So we'll inhale our our right arm up, and then gently exhale over. Inhale, reaching up, and exhale, release. You can sit on a blanket in this position if you like. Other arm. Inhaling up, exhaling, lateral stretch. Inhale up. And exhale, back to the right. Excuse me. Inhale up. exhale, sweep it over. Inhale, up, and exhale. Left arm breathing in and out. In and out. That felt pretty good. Let's rotate a little bit. If you want to switch the way you were sitting, go ahead. I'm going to grab a little drink. A little tickle in my throat. No, it's not the coronavirus. All right, so let's do a little rotating next for the torso. What if we just placed our hands on our knees and just drew some circles in this sitting position? This is kind of what my body was asking for, so I decided to go for it. Let's go ahead and go the other way. So did anybody get any yard work done over this sunny weekend? Or did you get out for a bike ride or a walk? Coming back into neutral. Let's do a twist next. So rotating your body to the right and then all the way through to the left. My granddaughter Emma and I are going for a bike ride this afternoon. It'll be our first bike ride of the season, so we're both excited. And then she's gonna stay for a sleepover party. She's turning 14 next month, back to center. So sometimes it's hard to find things to engage in with a 14-year-old, but we're doing our best. All right, who's ready for cow-cat? Let's come on to table position. So that's hands and knees. Wrists are below shoulders, knees are below hips. We're going to get that spine moving. So on an in-breath, the belly starts to release down, the tailbone pops up, and our hearts and head open forward. It's such a great back bend. Then on the exhalation, we go the opposite way, really tucking the belly up to the sky, rounding our shoulders, tucking our tail in like a naughty dog. Then inhale, come on back, open things up. And exhale, coming back to the cat. Using your breath, continue flowing between the cow back bend and the cat. So my doggie was naughty. She got into a skunk mess, and the skunk sprayed her right in the face. And I'm still trying to get the smell out of her face without getting too much shampoo in her nose and eyes. Last one, then we'll land on our table, and let's just sit back into child pose and take a couple breaths. All right, inhale up. It's time for down dog. So we'll just curl our toes under, lift our hips up, press it back, and then maybe pedal those feet out. So getting sprayed by a skunk is better than getting stung by a porcupine. We've had that too. And that requires a vet visit because those porcupine quills are pretty tricky to get out. If you've ever had a dog that has gone through porcupine stuff or skunk stuff, feel free to send me a message. I'd love to hear about your experiences. All right, let's take this down dog for a walk and walk our feet up to our hands. It's forward bend. Be where you need to be. Maybe you're just at halfway point. Maybe you've gone a little deeper. Listen listen to your body. Do what feels good. Speaking of dogs, that's my dog howling in the background. Let's go ahead and inhale this up nice and easy. Reach for the sky. And then go ahead, exhale, land at your heart. All right. Now that we're up in standing mode, let's go ahead and inhale up again. Greet the day with a smile. Exhale, bring it down. Bring that smile down into your heart. Again, inhale up. This time grab some joy. And then exhale, pull that joy down into your heart. Inhale up. This time, some big love for yourself. And exhale, pull that love down into your heart. Nice. All right. How about we go through a couple sun salutations and then we'll get things going. So we're up at the top of our mat. Go ahead, inhale up to the sky again and exhale, forward fold. On an in-breath, lift up to a half forward fold. Maybe your hands are on your shins or your knees. Exhale, bring it back down. Head and neck release. Right leg, gigantic step back for a lovely lunge. Bend the front knee. Your back knee can be up or down, or maybe you want to move it around a little bit since we're still warming up. Whatever feels good for your body. Listen to your body. Sometimes our mind will tell us to do stuff, but our body's not really ready, so better off to listen to the body. Let's go to the plank. I know we can do it. If you like, bring it to your knees. Your shoulders are right above your wrists now. Your spine is long, and we're going to take this down. Untuck your toes. Inhale, the crown of your head reaching forward as you rise up into your cobra. Smile, open your heart. Exhale, let's bring it back to Mother Earth. Inhale, find your table. And exhale, here comes that downward facing dog again. I'm going to kind of keep pedaling this one out. Warming up my ankles, my feet, my calves, even up into those hamstring muscles. Now we need to pick up our lunge on the other side. So you can either sweep your right leg through, or if you want to modify it, you can come to table and bring the right leg through. Remember, knee stacks over ankle. And then you decide on that back leg. Maybe it's up. Maybe it's down. Maybe it's a little of both. Oh, this is already feeling so good. I'm getting excited for our workout. I know you are too. All right, let's step the back leg all the way up. Forward fold position again. Oh yeah. I feel this one right where my hamstrings connect to my glutes. Your glutes are your buttocks. Let's inhale, root through the earth, rise to the sky, and exhale, bring it in. We'll do one more sun salutation. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. You can do whatever you like of this practice, even in a chair. Inhale up to a half fold. Exhale, taking it down. Let's take that left leg back. We're going to sneak in a couple more lunges here. Again, whatever's feeling good for you in this lunge. From lunge, it's plank. A lot of us like to modify plank, bringing it down to our knees. I do mostly because of shoulder issues. So here we go, taking it to the earth. And inhaling, here comes another shining cobra. Exhale, release. Lengthen on the release. Feel the crown of your head reaching forward. Inhale, keep that length as you come up to table. Exhale, here comes one more downward dog. It's our last one in our warm-up. And we've got one lunge to go. So either come to table and bring your left leg through, or just sweep it up to the top, whatever you like. Woo. Step together, it's forward bend. Let your head, neck release. Good morning, Michelle and Dave and Tammy and Lori Wolfdome and Connie and Rosine. Happy Monday. Inhale, take that forward fold up to the top. And exhale, here we are, landing at our heart. I'm gonna grab a quick drink. Feel free to run and get yourself some water if you need it any time. So we're gonna start our strength stuff out with standing crunches. Everything we do, we're gonna do 3 times and we're gonna alternate it with something else. So for the standing crunches, I'll show you one set and then you can join me. So our arms will be here and you can hold weights if you like. I'm gonna do my first set without, but I'm gonna set my weights out for my second set, otherwise I'll forget. All right, so standing crunches will be something like this. We do a side crunch, a side crunch. Then we do a cross crunch, so the knee comes in front, and a cross crunch. Now your elbow and knee do not have to touch, but you're just bringing them together. All right, here we go. Side crunch and side crunch. Then it's cross and cross. Keep this going. You could do this one sitting in a chair too. It's just doing crunches to the side and crunches to the front. So I hope you found something that works for you so that you can be joining me in some movement, because it feels good. Right on? All right, last set, because remember we're going to be doing 2 more sets of this. This was kind of our warm-up set. All right, set 1 is complete. So we're going to combine that one with a core exercise. Let me show you what we're going to be doing. So you watch first. I'm going to come onto my back. My legs are going to be up. That's why we did this in the warm-up, so we'd be ready. Now, you're going to interlace your hands behind your head, but you're not going to pull on your head or neck when you do this. So what I'm going to do is, as I let one leg down, I'm going to bring the opposite side toward that leg. Then as I lower my head, neck, and shoulders, the leg comes back up. And then I switch the leg I lower and go the other way. Come all the way back down, and the leg comes up. So go ahead, get set up, and join me as soon as you're ready. So as one leg goes down, that side of your body comes up, and we return to the start. So you want to breathe out when you're doing the crunch part, and breathe in when you're setting it back up. So exhale each time you come up and over as the leg goes down, and inhale when you lower your head, neck, and shoulders. Let's keep this going. Use your breath. Now you could just keep both your legs up in the air and be going from side to side, lifting the head, neck, and shoulders over and across. That would take it down a little bit, make it a little bit easier. On the last set, I'll show you what I mean by that. So we'll do one more. So if I wanted to just keep my legs up, come over and across, if bringing the leg down was not working for you. Let's hug our knees in, give ourselves a little bit of a rock. Yeah, all right, coming up. Let's do another set of our standing crunches. So this time, I'm gonna grab my threes and just add a little bit of resistance to it. You don't have to. Remember, make the workout your own. So I have my arms up, but I'm keeping my shoulders down in the socket. So I'm not like this, I'm like this. Let's do a side crunch and then a cross crunch. Good. So it's a little bit more challenging with the weights because the shoulders have got that little bit of resistance going on. So if you tried the weights and it felt like too much, then just go ahead and set your weights down. All right, how we doing? Side crunches and cross crunches. Last set. All right, we're going to put the weights down and come back down to the earth. On our backs, hands behind the head. We're going to go right back into those crunches. They're oblique crunches, but by keeping the legs up, we're getting some lower abdominals as well. So hands are behind the head. Let's go ahead and get this going. Remember, when you're coming up and over, that is your exhalation. Use your breath. Keep it going. One more on each. Bend both knees, hug it in, and again, just rock it out. Rock me gently, rock me slowly, take it easy, don't you know that I have never been loved like this before. I often do that, break into tune, so I hope you like it. Last set of crunches from a standing position. Grab weights if you like. All right, here we go. Side crunches, 2 cross crunches. So we're almost done with our first set. So we'll be 25% through our yoga strength workout. 3 more sets to go. I know you're so excited. 3 more sets, yeah. Okay, I'm being a little goofy this morning. Could be the coffee, I don't know. Last set. Woo, those weights add a little bit, that's for sure. And we'll take them and set them down. One more set on our backs with that oblique crunch with our legs up in the air. Let's set it up. Hands behind the head. Try not to pull on your head and neck when you come up and over. So it's coming across and back. So when you're coming across, I forgot to mention that your opposite elbow can stay grounded on the floor. So it's more like your shoulder is coming over toward the knee and not your elbow. It's kind of hard because in the old days we always brought the elbow over. Let's keep that breath going. One more on each. and bring it in. Woo, rock it out. And bring it up. Grab a drink if you like. We are 25%. Woo! All right, the next one are my non-jumping jumping jacks. I know, sounds kind of weird. I'm going to add weights. You can if you like. So I'll show you the demo. The feet and legs are wide as if you've just jumped out into a jumping jack. And what we're really going to be doing is a sumo squat. So we're going to start up and we're going to come down into our non-jumping jumping jack and come up. So I hope you're set up and ready to go. Let's do it. So we squat and rise. I think we did this one in our chair strength and balance last week too, but we use the chair if we needed to for our squats, in case we needed a little bit of balance help. Woo! I'm going to have to open my sliding glass door here pretty quick. Starting to work up a sweat. One more. And let the weights come down. All right. Open my window a little over here. So we're going to do another one for core, so you can have a seat. And I'll show you what we're going to do. So you might like to have one weight handy for this one. Some of you will remember it when I get it started. So I've got one leg long and one knee bent. The leg that's long, I'm going to have a weight and I'm going to rotate to this side. Then I'm going to switch legs, lengthen the other one, and rotate my weight to the other side. Now as I'm doing this, I'm leaning back a little bit, you can see, and I'm just alternating sides. So go ahead and join me. One leg extends, your weight's on that side. The other leg extends, you rotate to that side. So whenever the leg is long, that's the way you're going. Keep your navel tucking back towards your spine. And keep your breath going. I know this one's a little bit tougher. One more to each side. Good. Now set your weight down. Extend your legs out and just take a nice fold here over those legs. And then we'll bring it back up and we'll do some more of our non-jumping jumping jacks. Let's get ready. Legs and feet are wide apart. Almost so wide that my hands are almost over my feet, but maybe not quite, but close to that. So let's start with the arms up. They're kind of in a V-like position. And then we'll come into our squat, hinge from your hips so you're coming forward a little bit, and then all the way back up. Such a great range of motion for our shoulders. Exhale. Inhale. Keep it going. Last one. Exhale, let those arms come down. And we're going back onto our backs. We're going to tap that weight from side to side. Remember, you're rotating to the side where the leg is long. Here we go. Leaning back slightly, keeping the navel tucked in toward the spine. Using that breath. One more to each. And center. Set the weight down. Extend the legs. Let's do another forward fold. So we're getting a lot of core in our workout today. We did the standing crunches. We did the one leg down where we came across. We're doing these weighted side taps. So lots of core strength today. We've got one more round of our non-jumping jumping jacks. Just want to shout out and say hi to anybody new. David, Todd, Christine, Kathy Dietz, Connie, Boho, hi Carol, and Sue Behrens. Yay, good morning. All right, one more set of those sumo squats that are my kind of mock jumping jacks. Arms are up. Here we go. Squat and rise. Squat and rise. So I apologize for not giving you all a lot of advance notice for when I'm actually going to go live, but it's just easier for me to kind of go with when it feels good for me, both physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. So I'm really trying to just really listen to where I want to be and what feels good for me last time. And the good news is, if you missed the beginning, you can go ahead and start it over and do it another time, or go back and do the beginning. So let's do our last set of the rotating from side to side. So my right leg is long and I'm rotated to the right, and I'm switching. It's really kind of weird doing these yoga lives because you feel like you're talking to yourself. So it's a little strange. We are almost to our 50% point. Yay! One more to each side. Woohoo! Let's stretch it out. Dandasana. Take it ahead. 50%. Woo! Join me. So we got some back lunges coming up next. All right, we're coming back up to standing. So this back lunge is going to include a tricep kickback, and then when we step back together, we're going to do a bicep curl. So I'm going to start with my little bit lighter weights. You don't have to use weights at all if you don't want to. So let me give you the demo. So as I step my right leg back, I bend the front knee, do my kickback, and then as I push off and come up, I do my curl. So then I take my left leg back, I extend, I bend and push off, coming up. So go ahead, give it a try. Your kick back, press off, and curl. Make your landing before you do your kick back, and then press up and curl. So if you were doing this in your chair, you could just be doing the tricep kick back and the bicep curl, and that would be great. Or if you would rather do the lunges, could be behind your chair, working on the lunges. It's kind of a tall lunge. How are we doing? You're saying this one is hard. It is. Let's do one more on each leg. All right, first set is complete. So have a seat. And for the next one, we're going to be doing our boat pose. I'll give you a couple variations. Now, if you have a touchy tailbone, you might want to put a blanket underneath your bum or roll your mat up. You can always take your mat and make it more cushy like this, and then your tailbone won't feel it as much. So we're going to start seated, knees bent, and we'll hold on to start, and we'll just lean back. Now, as you're leaning back, your navel's tucking in, and you should already feel your core engaged. So if this is good for you, stay here. If you'd like, you can pick up the feet. You're still leaning back, your core is still engaged. If you want a little more, you could try and let go, and then we're going to tap. So you could be holding on and tapping, or you could be letting go. You're leaning back slightly, and you're tucking that navel into the spine. So it's almost like we're doing a little flutter kick, like if we were swimming. And then we'll do a hold. You can hold on if you like. And then we'll release. Come in for a nice hug. All right. So I hope you found a variation of the boat pose that worked for your body. Let's do our second set of the back lunge, tricep kickback, and then stepping it together with your bicep curl. So elbows are bent. We step back, land, bend the front knee, then we do the kickback. As we're pulling it in, we step together. Step back, bend the front knee, kick back. As you're curling up, press off and land. Let's keep this going at your pace. Good form is better than moving fast. So set your alignment before you move. The bicep curl kind of helps you come up and forward. We'll do 2 more on each leg. One more on each. Last one. All right, weights down. We'll get ready for another boat. Window opening more. Cushion your tailbone if you need to. Hands behind your thighs, knees bent. The first step is just leaning back. Tuck your chin. So a lot of us already feel our core working? If you are, stay here. If you want to pick up, pick up. You can hold on or let go. And then if you like, you can flutter. Navel reaching back to the spine. Let's hold it. Maybe hold on. And then as you release, come forward. Give yourself a good hug. Whew. All right, we've got one more set of each, and we'll be complete through our third set, which will mean that we are 75%. I hope you're still out there with me. Back lunge, tricep kick back, step it up with a bicep curl. Start with elbows bent. We're extending as we bend the front knee. We do our kick back, and then we curl it up to the top. Back, long spine, curl it up to the top. You got this. We're doing a total of 6 on each leg. So since we do 3 sets, that's a total of 18 of these. So the sets really help us build. Two more left on each leg. One more left on each. Here we go, last one. Good alignment. Woo! All right, we're done with those. One more set of both, and we'll be at our 50% or 75% mark. Knees bent. Maybe you found some cushioning. Hands under the thighs. Start to lean back, navel to spine, core engaged. That's phase 1. If you want more, pick it up, keep leaning back. If you want more, let go. And perhaps alternate tapping those toes. Almost to our 75%. One more set to go after this. Let's hold. Hold on. Bend and hug. All right. Moving on to our last set. The first practice we're going to do is going to be a chair squat with a fly. So let me show you what it's going to look like. So when we're down in the chair, our arms are down. Here's our chair. And then as we rise up out of the chair, we bring the arms up. So I'm going to show you a side angle because I think that's probably a little better. So we'll start with our arms up. As we come into our chair pose, the arms come down. And as we rise up and out, arms come up. So go ahead and join me when you're ready. I like to exhale when I'm coming down into the chair. Root and rise with the inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Squat. And lift. So we're working our back and our shoulders with the upper body, and we're working legs and core as well. It's like your core is always working with any of these exercises, really. I lost count, so let's do one more. All right. How'd those go for y'all? Let's bring it down. So we're going to work the hips and the glutes now. It's one where we draw circles with our leg. Let me show ya. So you'll be starting in table, but then you're going to come down even lower. And while we're working this, I want you to have your head and neck in a released, relaxed position. So we'll be lifting a leg out to the side like doggy at the fire hydrant. And then we're going to circle the leg forward. And then when I cue you, we'll circle it back. And then when we finish the first side, we'll switch legs. So let's all bring it down to the floor. Come on down to your elbows and your forearms. Let your head, neck release. Lift one leg to the side and start to draw circles to the front. We'll do 4 of them. And then change the direction, draw circles to the back 4 times. Then we're going to go down to 3 times. Then 2, and then 1. So now, circle to the front again, this time for 3. And then to the back for 3. Now to the front for 2. To the back for 2. To the front for 1. Head, neck still relaxed. To the back for 1. Land it. Sit back briefly in a child pose. And then we'll switch and do the other leg. I'm just going to spin. You don't have to. We're back down. Head, neck released. We'll bring the left leg to the side and start to draw circles to the front 4 times. Draw circles to the back 4 times. Circles to the front for 3. Circles to the back for 3. Circle to the front for 2. Circle to the back for 2. Front for 1. Back for 1. Land it and find your child pose. Woo! And then we'll bring it up. We're back to our chair pose with our shoulder / back fly. So if you'd like to grab some weights, go ahead. So we'll start with the arms out. As we come into our chair squat, we bring it down and then we rise. Exhale. Inhale. Chair squat and fly. Last one. All right. We're going back down to the floor, starting in table and then taking it down a little lower to our elbows and forearms. Getting ready for those circles. Try to keep the head and neck relaxed. Take a leg to the side and circle front 4 times. And then to the back. Change direction. We'll do 3 front. Head, neck relaxed. And then go backwards 3 times. Now we'll go forward 2. And backward 2. Forward for 1. And back for 1. Land it and sit back. Side 2, elbows, forearms, head released. Leg to the side, circling front 4 times. Let's go back. 4. 3 to the front. So as some of you know, I've been waiting for the Orioles to come back. I still haven't seen one. I know some people in the Wausau area have responded and said they have. And someone north of Merrill, Nancy Reinhardt, said 2 to the front, said that she saw one this morning. So maybe they're on their way to my house right now. 2 to the back. 1 to the front. I almost think I might hear one. 1 to the back. Land it and sit back. But I'll wait and check when we're done with our video. I won't leave you all here in suspense. Okie dokie, so we've got one more set of our chair with the back fly and one more set of our hip circles, and we will be at our 100%. Okay, let's do this. Last set of our chair with the shoulder back fly. Arms out. As we come into the chair, we bring it down, and then we haul it back up. Exhale. Inhale, root and rise. Breathe out and in. Finishing up right here and setting the weights down. So we've got one last set of the hip circles, then we'll have our closing and carry on with our day. So bringing it down, head, neck release, leg to the side and circling. Let's go the other way. Now we'll go back to the front 3 times, 3 circles. To the back 3 times. Front for 2. Back for 2. Front for 1. And back for 1. Land it. Just a brief child pose. And bring it back. We're almost there. Leg to the side. 4 circles to the front. Change direction. Take it 4. Circle to the front. We got 3. Circle to the back, 3. Let's go front for 2. Back for 2. Front for 1. And back for 1. Land it and sit back. Pose of the child. 100%. All right, let's rise up. Come into seated, legs out long. We'll stretch out a little bit. So we'll open our right leg to the side and we'll bend the left, bring that foot in. Try and find your sits bones. Let's do a lateral stretch. We'll bring our left arm up and start to come over. We did it. 100%. Now take this top arm and let it sweep down in front. Rotate through your torso, adjust, and then stretch toward that right leg. Let's take that left arm back up and over into that lateral position. And then turn the head to look up to the left. And then bring it all back home. Awesome. While we're still here, let's see if we can reach forward. Honor yourself with some deep breaths. And come on up. Let's switch it out. So now extend your left, bend your right. Again, adjust to find your sitting bones. And we'll bring our right arm up and then start to come over. The top arm is going to come forward as we rotate, and we're facing that left leg and stretching toward it. Let's bring the right arm back up and over. We're back into lateral. Maybe turn the head to the right. And bring it home. We'll reach in the front again, second side. And go ahead, come on up. Let's open both legs now. Awesome. We'll take right arm over again. And up. Left. And up. Awesome. Now let's bend the knees. We'll do a little bit of rotating. So as your legs go to the right, you rotate. And then we'll come back through the middle. And we'll go left, twist and rotate. And just keep going back and forth, side to side. One more on each side. Land at center. Bring the bottoms of your feet together. Kids like to call this one the butterfly, so holding onto your feet, letting the legs release. Or if you like to butterfly, bringing them up and down. And then go ahead and close it up. I'm going to sneak ahead for our closing. Hope you all enjoyed the workout. So our closing reading today is, got some funky hair stuff going on here. All right, is called Finding Deep Strength. We have all faced moments in our lives when the pressure mounts beyond what we feel we can handle. And many of us may be feeling this now in these rather uncertain times. However, when we look back on our lives, we see that we have survived many trials and surmounted many obstacles. In each of those instances, we had to break through our ideas about how much we can handle and go deeper into our hidden reserves. The thought that we do not have the strength to handle what is before us can be likened to the hard surface of a frozen lake. It appears to be impenetrable, but when we break through it, we find that a deep well of energy and inspiration was trapped beneath that icy barrier. Sometimes we break through by cutting a hole into our resistance with our own willpower, and sometimes we melt the ice with compassion. Either way, each time that we break through, we reach a new understanding of the strength that we store within ourselves. So if you find yourself up against a frozen barrier, you might find that the kindest choice is to love yourself. We can simply accept that we are overwhelmed, and we can offer ourselves loving kindness and the compassion to melt our own ice and reveal our own hidden resources. So, just as I've been saying all along, it's all about being kinder than is necessary, especially to yourself. So much of our personal growth and awakening is about learning to love ourselves just as we are. So if you like, you can bring your hands together at your heart. Honor yourself with love and kindness. Honor all people and beings with love and kindness. Honor the world and our planet with love and with kindness. Namaste. Bye-bye.